So what's up, y'all? It's Wednesday. Um, I was blessed with a different job site that's closer to the house, so I could get home quicker, which is a blessing. But like I said, the reason why I'm starting my page is to promote self love. I've been going through my own battle with several narcissistic attacks through my own studies. I don't have a therapist. I haven't been to college over this, but just through recognizing personality traits and tactics, and also looking at myself and what happened to me at the time I was attacked. I realized a lot of things, so I started watching a lot of stuff on YouTube, reading a lot of books about narcissism, the Jezebel spirit, Leviathan, all of that. And we are in a spiritual warfare. Um, that's why I want to help uplift people. Not to mention, over the past year, I've seen more of my friends who was beautiful just a year and a half ago, at the beginning of the pandemic, who are now either 100 pounds lighter than what they was, or they're in a casket. Uh, and that is due to substance abuse, alcohol abuse, um, and not enough self love. I'm not promoting arrogance. I'm not promoting gaudiness. Um, but you gotta value yourself before you can love anybody else. Um, but one thing I want to touch on um, is, it kind of is a reason why I have this type of hoodie on. Um, you know, gang life, and gang culture. At its essence, is very negative. We're trying to score on the next team. We're trying to make money. We're trying to humiliate the next team. And we're actually bonding together through violence. That's the original essence of it. Then, from the black side, anyway, from the low side, anyway, then when you go to prison, it becomes more of a race type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you're looking out for the brothers. I remember it was a couple times I was in prison. It might be a brother that has nothing to do with gangs, and he might be getting into it um, with some Aryans or some Hispanics. And a lot of the times the old timers come to us, kind of like, well, shit, y'all so big and bad. Y'all out here lifting weights and fighting and riding. So it kind of becomes more of a race type of thing. But I will say this, and I might take a lot of slack or negative feedback. I don't care. You know what I mean? But just look at it from this point of view. The rehabilitated part of the gangs. Once you done did whatever you had to do on the streets to earn a name for yourself, once you done did your honorable time, you didn't tell on nobody, uh, you didn't, be a weirdo while you was in jail or tuck your tail while you was in jail. And you took everything on the chin like a man and you got out with that second chance and made the best of that second chance. That's what I'm talking about right here. Um, a lot of the people I hang out with, um, 90% of them are from my hood. 90% of them are gangbangers, but they're not gang banging no more. I got homies that run kitchens. I got homies that's journeymen in their perspective or their respected trade. Um, I even got some homies that's full-fledged Muslims, teaching Bible classes. One of my big homies been sending me a message for months now. He's about to start giving sermons. Shout out to Day Day, Big Day Day. You know what I mean? Boxing coaches, all of that. And you know, from my perspective, from my perspective, because of especially being a Crip and a Blood out of state, you know what I mean? We're just now really hitting, second and third generations of the gangs. But, the first and second generation was just kind of winging it off of what we seen in movies, or maybe, saying some cats that came out here. You know what I'm saying? But um, with this go round, man, especially with the drill culture being wild, I feel like a lot of the youngsters are cowards. But I'll give it to them. A lot of them, I mean, they ain't playing with each other. They are tearing each other's asses up. But it's the culture now to be violent, to brag about uh, violent acts, basically self snitching, and to, you know, just have no respect for the dead or for death. Um, so to counteract that, I commend any homies, because that's all we want to do. We want to, like when I first learned Muay Thai, I had no idea I was gonna be a competitive fighter. I had no idea I would turn into a professional boxer. I had no idea that that would be 90% of my life now. You know what I'm saying? But in its essence, the first couple of classes I took at Easton for my Muay Thai, I couldn't wait to run back and show my homies at a barbecue. I couldn't wait to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an instinct in us. You know what I'm saying? Just to take some back that we learn, give it to the homies. You know what I'm saying? And I commend any brother that does that. And to me, that's a real big homie. You know what I mean? Like, uh, you gotta respect ratchetness. You gotta respect ignorance. And if a situation is too ratchet for you to pop up at barbecues, not because of smut on your name, but just because they might be at it, or you might know that the feds is on them, that's a sign from God and from life that you shouldn't be around them. But you know, just pulling up, seeing how people was doing, you could inspire people. You know what I'm saying? It's brothers that remembers you when you got put on. There's in the county jail with you. There's in the penitentiary with you. Now they see you out here doing good. That can encourage them to get off the bottle. You know what I'm saying? That can encourage them to, find a wife instead of sleeping with a different hood rat every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have other talents and secret things that we know, but we just don't show it because, the culture is gangbanging. The culture is riding. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it is what it is. But the more we bring to the table, like, oh, this homie over here, he a chef. Oh, cuz over there, pipe fitter. The homie them, of course, they doing they rap thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just promote. You know what I'm saying? And I respect any nigga that's a solid dude. Cause there's a lot of cats I done met, they good guys, but they wasn't in the field like that. You know what I mean? And to me, not saying that I'm Monster Cody or nothing, but shit, I done did enough time and I done caught enough fades in jail, out of jail, uh, and ate enough ramen noodles not to let you know what I'm saying, anybody just take that banner. You know what I'm saying? Um, like you just knew us, bro. Like, just say it like that. But somebody, a real rider, blood, crips, Uranium, whatever, that has changed their life and they authentically trying to help their homies, man, I always respect it. When I first got out, man, I was just cool with you know, just going to church. I didn't have a car, so I would pull up, and one Wednesday I got to church early, and it was like a young adult group, and so I sat in there, and it was cool. I like, speaking my mind, talking in group settings, and one week turned to another week turned into another week, and then they asked me for my testimony, and then at the end of that year, I was presented with reaching out for them, and I'll never forget the dude told me, he was like, "You can reach the type of guy that we really want." I'm like, damn, what you mean by that? And he was like, we don't want the stereotypical church guy. We don't want the pretty boy piano playing church guy. They're already here. But you, on the other hand, you can attract the prison guy, the gang member. And that was deep to me because, especially at that time, as I've been out, I'll wear something like this to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I still go to a barbecue, whatever. But when I first got out, I was not wearing red. I'm still working on that. Nothing against. I got a lot of blood homies, but just that's something I got to grow out of. But you know, I was really just trying to be just a regular black dude because I was really trying to give myself a chance to make it out here in society. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I got out, all I knew was juvie. All I knew was the county jail. All I knew was prison. You know what I'm saying? And I had progressed my way down, and so the only experience with prison was progressing my way back up, and I wasn't trying to do that shit. I felt like, the way I got told on and all, like, I just got thrown away. I was like, damn, don't nobody give a fuck about me except me. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to sound like arrogant or nothing, so I'm gonna really give myself a chance. And I'm saying all that to say, for me, not to have that gang attire or gang presence, and y'all know what I mean. You could tell a Crip or a Blood, and they don't even gotta have red or blue on, just by their demeanors and the spirit that each gang or each neighborhood carries. Um, for a white man, I don't know where he was from, but from a whole different walk of life of me, and he was more spiritually mature than me. For him to see who I really was, that touched me, and that's real. And the real cats talking to the young cats could turn a lot of shit around. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have like a pastor or a mentor who know the lingo, but it hits different when it's somebody that used to slide with you or used to send you to go slide on people. That's like, hey, look, bro, I ain't on that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, um, man, big salute, Crips, Damus, Serranos, everybody that done changed their life. And it's not one foot in the streets, one foot in your new life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us we're trying to pull, you know what I'm saying, the old life into this new life. Like, look, I got some new game, you know what I'm saying? I got some new dope. Come get some of this, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a very deadly game. Uh I'll say Nipsey Hussle was probably the best example because he wasn't on that bullshit. He had uplifted all of his homies. He had even brought it right there back to the hood, but the hood shit was still around the hood. So I commend on my brothers that have changed their life, but I also warn you guys to just use your discretion on dealing with your homies, because like I said, jealousy and narcissism is real. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual warfare is real, and the devil don't like nobody that can change their life. You know what I'm saying? That's why he put in the back of your mind to kill such and such, and now years later you see it was some bullshit. You know what I mean? So just use your discretion, but like I said, authentically help your homies. Don't turn your back on them. Help them. Send them an email about this. Oh, they hiring. They got a job fair. Well, they giving rental assistance. They doing this. Like, man, help your homies out. Put your homies on. You know what I'm saying? Show them something different, and they might have, you know what I'm saying, something that they already have going for them. But you sharing new stuff with them will make them confident to do what they know other than gangbang. So, like I said, on that note, man, enjoy the rest of y'all day and just stay blessed.